Good morning. Had a few thoughts rattling around my head once again, so I thought I'd turn on the camera and record them and share them with you. I love the feedback I get from those of you who comment, those of you who share your own ideas. I think by putting yourself out there, you get people to respond. It's one of the really cool ways to grow and to expand. So I try to continue to do it on a semi-regular basis. I'm going to try to get a lot more consistent about it, but I want to share with you that my trajectory in life is about to change, and not because I'm changing jobs or changing careers or changing addresses or anything like that, but because I'm getting really clear about what I want to do with my life because of getting really clear about who I am. I think defining why for ourselves is really critically important. Years ago, I went through a coaching certification program through a really cool international coaching company out of Lake Oswego, Oregon called Building Champions. And at the end of that program, you were asked to sit down and write out your own individual purpose statement for the people that you endeavored to coach moving forward. And it took a long time for me to really pin one, and it hasn't really changed much over the years. I got it right here. Really cool picture of the people I went through the class with, but there's my statement: to serve those I coach, to live and work with purpose, vision, and clarity. Miracle that I can read my own handwriting. It's only gotten worse over the years, but that remains my purpose today. I don't do it well all the time. I failed at it miserably in a few cases. Those of you who've been the product of my failures can attest. But that's what I want to do for myself. I want to live with purpose, vision, and clarity. And I don't think we all do that very well. And I think we maybe miss it because we don't stop long enough to really get clear about our why. We struggle with meaning and purpose because we spend so much time on what and how. And I get it. I mean, you got to get stuff done, right? But if we're not clear about why, then the what and the how we're doing is towards no clear objective. It's not fulfilling a purpose. If our doing ought to be the result of our being, if what we do should reflect who we are, then we got to get really clear on the who we are part before we start running down the road of what we do. Simon Sinek has made a career talking about getting really clear about your why, personally, professionally, in any endeavor, in any attribute, or any area of your life, getting really clear about your why. It's the power of intention. It's knowing your purpose. And I think I'm getting clearer about mine. My purpose remains to serve those, I don't know if coach is the right word, I might change that, but to serve those I engage, to live and work with purpose, vision, and clarity. That's gonna continue to be my purpose. It's gonna continue to be what I want from myself and what I ask of those people who invest in my life. And the key to it is really connecting with my why. We are so preoccupied with what we do and what our title is and how much money we make and what our house looks like, and are we driving the right car? And I confess I have been preoccupied by those things in the past. I also can tell you I'm not anymore. I really don't care, because they're not going to define me, and I'm not going to chase some position or occupation to support that at the expense of my why. I don't think getting in touch with your purpose really requires change your jobs or change your address or change your scenery. I don't think any of that needs to happen. I think you just got to get really clear about why you're here. I believe we are all connected as humans. Now, if you have a spiritual bent like me, you might agree that we are connected by the divine within us. There is a divinity within us, and that connects us all. We don't always recognize it, and maybe part of the purpose in life is to recognize it. Maybe you just believe we're connected by our humanity. At the very least, I think we could agree on that. But regardless of how we are connected, we are. And if we can live our lives on purpose, if we can have a spirit of collaboration and cooperation, then we can connect at a deeper level. And through that connection, I think we can become world changers. And that's what I want to be in my little world. I have no delusions of grandeur. I'll let the results take care of themselves. But if I'm living consistent with my why, I think I can change at least the world around me. I can change myself. And if I become a positive force for change in myself, if I am committed to greater cooperation and collaboration, then I am becoming more connected. And if I'm doing that, at the very least, I'm making a difference in the world right around me with the people that are close to me. I encourage you to consider the same. That's going to become my life mission. And I hope you will engage with me periodically when we have these opportunities to bounce some ideas around to your success as you define it. Cheers.